So a lot of players heading to that back post, getting set for Force FC. They'll be looking for this header to come in. Cross to the back post. 2 players there, though. Rajan gets up well. Nodded back down. Force FC another chance to turn and crack it in. Rutz does so, but Rajan is there again. Gets it out to Robertson. Tried to drop it back. Quick turn. Offsides flag goes up, though. Soderlund able to make the save regardless on Joseph Tinian.
Would have liked to have seen a little more zip, more akin to the second cross that Rutz put in there on the initial corner. Little bit too floaty, little bit too easy for the defenders to deal with there.
Force FC Academy has come out with 2 of the better shots thus far. This long ball from Soderlund, such a dangerous weapon to have when you have a keeper who can put you from a disadvantageous position all the way up into attacking one just like that. But they do send the ball around the back line. Rajan will take this opportunity to take it forward. Jake Martin to the far side, cuts between 2 defenders, has some room to work with. Tried to go into the middle to Andre Londell, who I talked about earlier, is the X factor with how much he roams the field. You never really know what position he's going to occupy, so it really is like this team plays a 4-3-2 formation, and Londell will check in between playing as a striker and as a midfielder, sometimes dropping as far back as Ozas Malkin's position as kind of the holding player in the back of that middle 4.
You can see Londell right now just dropping back into midfield, trying to show for the ball, try to pick up possession, maybe get a few touches, get his foot on the ball, and here he is right now.
Londell plays it outside, looking for the 1-2 perhaps, but well guarded there. Jean-Claude Lawson shepherds the ball backwards. Martin turns and switches field. Essig didn't want to try and take the chance to turn with Nazim Bartman closing in. He already had the ball stolen away by him at once earlier on in this game. As we're into the 11th minute here, no score in the first half. Pacesetter SC in the green uniforms, Force FC Academy in the light blue with the white vertical stripe down the front.
And this is good from Pacesetter. I think Force is happy for them to just possess the ball in their own half, give Force a chance to take a little bit of a breather here defensively. Don't have to work too hard to try and get the ball back. And Pacesetter just comfortable, knocking the ball around, trying to get a little bit of a rhythm here. You might see a long ball to Nasiri, and there it goes.
Nasiri chests it down well. Londell into the middle. Roberts plays it across. Essig making a nice run forward, has a chance to get the service in. The cross to the back post, and in comes Londell, but not enough time to get there and get in a good position for the header.
Very good defensive header by Quincy Thomas at the back post. Not only controlled it well, but was able to find a teammate with it, help his team spring out on the counter-attack here.
Quincy Thomas, who will be playing at Memphis this fall as a freshman. Able to clear that one forward for his team to try and go to work again. Here's Jean-Claude Lawson, one-time shot, takes a deflection off the legs of Tinian and cleared away. Peterson immediately under pressure by his opposite number 8. Vandenboom able to keep it in. Peterson, though, will steal it right back from him. Into the middle. Martin works himself a little bit of space and then just feeds it back. So calm on the ball. And he was the player that finished off their chance against Ironbound SC in the first game. A contest that Pacesetter dominated from start to finish. They had the advantage of having Ironbound go down a man as well midway through the second half, but they couldn't score until the 85th minute, despite having countless shots and 4 breakaway chances. And finally, it was Martin who stepped up, feeling the pressure, and slotted home a nice chance on a breakaway himself to get them all 3 points, a critical 3 points, as it allowed them to rest some of their players in their final group game yesterday, knowing they had already clinched a semifinal berth.
There is a thing here with Forces that they do seem to be a team that is a volume chance team. They create, and the good thing for them is they generally create enough opportunities that eventually 1 or 2 of them are going to go in. We saw that yesterday in the semi-final. You saw that against Ironbound earlier in the tournament. So the way that they were able to create chances, it gives them a higher percentage chance of making sure that a couple of them will go in over the course of 90 minutes.
Not exactly the world's highest scoring team. Only had 2 goals per game was their highest output. They equaled that yesterday against St. Louis Scott Gallagher. On the far side, had to be taken back by Boubacar Joby, the hero for Force FC last night. threads one into the middle as Force FC Academy starting to drop off a little bit, trying to play a little bit more of the possession game rather than continually pump balls forward into advanced positions. But as I say that, they try another long ball, and it dribbles harmlessly out of play.
And what I think you're seeing now is you saw Force come out and make a big push in that first 10 minutes, and now they're going to try and settle down, play a little bit more possession, try and reserve their energy a little bit more as we move on into the further into the first half.
Thrown out wide to the far side. Martin will dribble it forward into Londell. Stolen off of his foot. Joby. Nice twisting run inside, but he was looking for Jean-Claude Lawson. By the time he was able to get the ball to him, 3 players had surrounded him. Sent back forward, though. Here's Rajan, shielding off the attacker, Tinian, but he gives it away with a poor pass. Here's a chance into the middle. Good, desperate tackle, but the ball still loose off the post and in. Boubacar Joby strikes again, his second goal in as many days, and the 18-year-old from Gambia puts his team up 1-0 in the 15th minute.
And that goal is all about Joey Tinian. He did a great job pressuring the defender in the first place, stealing possession, and then a good awareness to cut it back to Job, who tucks away a really nice finish off the left post and into the back of the net.
So how important of a goal will this turn out to be? Still very early in the contest, but Force FC Academy capitalizing on that defensive turnover, like you said, and they do not miss the golden chance. And now pressure shifts to Pacesetter SC. They will have to go in search of a goal here. What will this do to their poise? A team that really likes to play possession-style soccer and not force too many things. Now might start to feel the pressure here in this championship game.
Well, I mentioned in the pregame that I was expecting Force to come out and look for that early goal and then have the opportunity to sit back a bit. On the other hand, I'm not sure this will affect Pacesetter too much. You mentioned that they like to possess the ball, they like to pass it around, and I don't think they have to change any part of that right now. It might be a little bit more difficult for them to find a way through. They might need to look long to find the Siri, have him get a flick knockdown for Peterson or for Landell to try and open up the attack a little bit, but there's no reason for Pacesetter to deviate from their initial plan of action here.